UHAS. Welcome to another episode and welcome to a new semester. Let's look at what is coming up in the show. The university has appointed Professor Lydia Aziato as the next Vice Chancellor of the university. She's to take office from the 1st of August 2022. Also, the School of Public Health in Hawkway has been renamed after the foundational Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Frederick Pinker.
Also, we'll be having, there's an ongoing UHAS scholarship. Also, there's a scholarship for brilliant but needy students going on here on campus, and we'll be speaking about it. Then also, we'll be speaking to the SRC legal advisor here on the show. It's Saturday, the 18th of June, 2022. You're welcome. I'm Juliet.
And I'm Zenat. Welcome back to the show. How was the break?
Oh yeah, before I say that, I've really missed you guys. I'm so happy to be back. The break was short, as we all know.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah, I went home for a few days and then came back.
Yeah, I saw you on campus interviewing a lot of people, so you should check out those interviews and see. Well, how has the break been? Well, tell us. You can send us your messages on WhatsApp on 050-164-9771 or tweet it with the hashtag UHASBaseTV, or tell us in the comment section below.
Okay.
Right, we're going to get to our top story for today. Now, the Governing Council of the University of Health and Allied Sciences has appointed Professor Lydia Aziato as the next Vice Chancellor of the university. This will make her the first female Vice Chancellor of the university and the first Professor of Nursing in Ghana to become the Vice Chancellor. There's a lot of firsts going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
So we place this information on our social media pages, and these are some of the comments that we got. So we're going to read them for you. The first one here is from Mariam, which says that I think it's great that there will be a new Vice Chancellor who is a female. There will be changes in the system, so I think it's great news.
Then from Lizzie, well, if she has the personality of a male, that is, she being feminine, all then great. But wait, if she has the personality of a male.
I mean, the person is like, well, I mean, most VCs.
Please, oh no, I think this is wrong. Yeah, well, the being femme and great. That is not just the personality of a man, but I get what she's saying though. All right, let's
move on. We have one from Sabina, which says that I'm very happy about it because everyone deserves a chance to be a leader.
Okay, and from Emmanuel, he says, I think it's a good idea. After all, what's leadership without change? I'm patiently waiting to see what our new VC has for us. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, we have one from Esther, which says that I believe it's not an affirmative action something. It's just based strictly on her qualification. I think she deserves it. It's good that she has been appointed, not necessarily because she's a female, based on her academic qualifications and her capabilities. And I think that's what we have to motivate everyone to. They're not necessarily pushing ladies to have that opportunity without them having the needed qualification for it. And I think she has a huge point here.
Yes. So from Magdalene, she says, I don't know much about her, but I heard she is a nurse by profession, which means she knows much about health. So I'm hoping she continues with the good work she started and takes the school to a higher level. Moreover, I'm very happy it's a female, and I always advocate for women to go for such big positions, and I am also happy about it.
Yeah, we have one from Akimides, who says that for me, it's an avenue to enhance the narrative that women are also capable of breaking barriers. As the first nurse to land the VC position, it depicts how strong women can be and also adds up to the rising narrative that Ghana as a community recognizes the contribution of women towards developing. Today we have three women spearheading university education in Ghana. That's good. That's the University of Ghana, KNUST, and then UHAS, so three female. Yeah.
That's great. I think we are done with the comment.
No, I think I have a couple. I have one more. Congratulations. Going through her profile, I think she has done well and is doing well. It's a great feeling, and there's something for everyone to learn, especially for ladies. I'll be happy if we can get her life story, family profile, etc.
I think I have something shorter down, so I'll read it after this.
Okay, so let me take, I think I have a couple more.
Okay, I've seen one.
Okay, yeah.
It's from Victor, and she says, he says, she's the first female to occupy the position, and that's historical. I believe she'll be a good history. Let's all pray for and hope for the best.
Yeah, and some comments on our Facebook page. Most of them are saying congratulations, congratulations. Yeah, so like everyone is congratulating her, like she has done a good job.
That's really
so we are looking forward to how it will be. People at UG say female vice chancellors are strict, but I don't know how it
Oh yeah, I think so. Actually, I've been under female leaders, and I think there's something about the strictness. You know, your mother and your dad. Okay, I know fathers are strict, but there's something about ladies being strict.
Some of the women in power are different
Exactly.
from women. Shaba, look forward to it.
So let me read the
About her profile.
yeah,
Okay.
about something little. It says that Professor Lydia Aziato is the dean. I mean, currently of the School of Nursing and Midwifery, University of Ghana. She has been a nurse for over 20 years. She had her first degree in nursing and psychology in 2001, and in 2006, she graduated with an MPhil in nursing from the University of Ghana. She also has a specialty certificate in oncology nursing from the Cross Cancer Institute in Edmonton, Canada. That's cancer. And completed in 2006. Subsequently, she graduated with a PhD in nursing from the University of Western Cape, South Africa in 2013. There's more about her, so you can just Google and...
Yeah. I think the time will come, there'll be a profile of her on the university's website. They'll profile her.
Profile. She's
I
not
think
yet.
she'll take she'll resume office on the 1st of August 2020. So I think before that there will be an inaugural ceremony at the main campus where they'll inaugurate her to be the vice chancellor. I don't know if lectures will be cancelled that day. I doubt we'll still have lectures that very day.
Yeah, but I think this is also all a part of the 10th anniversary celebration.
Exactly.
What do you think? Yeah.
VC, I mean, he made it clear that he'll be leaving this year.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
He did. He spoke on John News beginning during the UHAS strike that he'll be leaving this year.
Oh, wow.
He also said it somewhere last year that he'll be leaving. I think during the anniversary lunch, he also made that statement that he'll be leaving.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's good.
congratulations to the new Vice Chancellor from UHAS Space TV. Right, so let's move on to our next story. That's the renaming of the School of Public Health. Now, many of you may not know this, but during the vacation, the School of Public Health was renamed after Professor Frederick Binka. Now, he is the foundational Vice Chancellor of the university. So he's the very first Vice Chancellor of the university. So it has been renamed after him. I think he is a professor of epidemiology and public health.
Yeah.
Much of it is about epidemiology. So it's a good thing. Or what do you think?
As if what I think matters. Okay, it does
it
matter.
does.
But like I think it's a good thing being the first, the pioneer to fight.
Yeah.
And now we are who we are now.
I think there's a statue
it's just
named for him.
Paying some respect and just saying thank you and for everything.
Yeah, so we'll be speaking to our correspondent at Hoho in a moment, but you're still watching Good Morning UHAS. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We have been joined on the phone by Hoho correspondent Edwin. Edwin, hello to you. So there have been a renaming of the School of Public Health after Professor Frederick Binka. What has the reaction from students been?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Okay, so I'm saying that the School of Public Health has been renamed after Professor Frederick Binka. Now, you've been on campus and you've been interacting with students. What are they saying about it?
Yeah, most of some of the students right now didn't expect the name, but it's a great honor. And then like a loyal man, that's Professor Frederick Binka. Then giving his name, the School of Public Health has been named after him. Most students are privileged to be in the school at this moment, and that the school has been named after Frederick. Initially, we had a hall which was named after him, that's the Binka Hall, where most of the disease control students and other programs are held there. But the whole school being named after him has been a wonderful thing. It has created a different atmosphere altogether, and most of the students are so happy about it.
Yeah, so I understand that on the 9th of June, there was a ceremony that took place to commemorate the event.
Yeah. He himself was present with his dear wife and other honorable leaders of the school. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And thank you very much. That was Edwin, our Hoho correspondent, who was talking about the renaming of the School of Public Health.
All right. Thank you, Edwin, for the info. So apart from the appointment of a new Vice Chancellor, we also have appointment of a new registrar, and she's in the person of Madam Ya Amankwa Opuni, who is already a member of the UHAS staff, and she's a Senior Assistant Registrar, Human Resource, right here. She holds a Bachelor of Education degree, Management and Secretarial option from the University of Education, Winneba, and a Master of Public Administration degree from the University of Ghana. Congratulations to you also, Madam Amankwa Opuni from us, UHAS Based TV. So right about now, right after this short break, we'll be having with us here the SLC Legal Advisor. We'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back from the break. So as I said earlier, we have here with us the legal advisor, SLC's legal advisor, in the person of Honorable Enoch Ajari, a level 600 medical student. I want to mention the fact that he's a medical student because they are taking over the politics. Yeah, so you are welcome, Honorable.
Thank you.
So he'll be talking to us about the election process.
Because you know how elections are in UHAS. I mean, there's a long list of questions that we can ask. So I don't even know where to start from. But let's start from 20. But let's start from the current administration.
Yes.
According to the Constitution, I don't remember where exactly it is, but it says that in the third week of the second semester, nominations are supposed to be open. So does it start from there or something must happen before?
Okay. So thank you very much. And I say thank you to your viewers. Okay, so from the Constitution, Chapter 6 of the SLC Constitution is solely, purposely dedicated to SLC elections. So we have the qualifications and we have what it takes for a person to become or to be a candidate for the election. So yes, it's true as you said, the third week of the second semester, we are supposed to open nomination. But before that, we have to get an EC, which is the electoral commissioner, and the electoral commissioner has to bring a roadmap and a constitutional instrument. As of now, we don't have the EC in place yet. So then we also don't have the constitutional instrument. But we are hoping that we get them available before the third week for us to at least fulfill the part of the Constitution.
Not to cut you short, but we had an EC before. Zach, the EC's job doesn't end when we have a president, then the EC steps down or resigns or his job is automatically done, or he's EC until he's appointed by another president.
Okay, so in the Constitution, an appointment of electoral commission is done by the second sitting of the parliament, the new parliamentary house.
Okay.
So then in that sense, I can take it that it works ends when a new house is formed and they meet their second time to form a new EC. So that means it deals with that administration that he came to work for.
Okay.
So how do you now get a new EC?
So from the Constitution, the executive board will have to nominate people that they think can do the work.
Okay.
But there are criteria that you should follow if you select a student to be an EC, a nominated person, a nominee. There's certain criteria. The nominee should fulfill a criteria of even being someone who can go for an executive position.
Okay.
Yes, that the GPA should be 2.5. Yes, so any student on campus who qualifies to be an executive officer can also be an electoral commissioner or can form part of the electoral commission. And just that the GPA should be 2.5.
All right, so you know this. So what is preventing us from getting an EC? Because from how you are speaking, we are hoping that we get an EC before the third week, so everything works out. I mean, things are not really going.
Okay, so Parliament is yet to meet on 25th.
Okay.
So I can't take the rein out of the soul.
Okay.
And I don't have the agenda for the day. But I know surely that day an EC will be formed. Okay. Because the EC should be formed during a parliamentary meeting. Okay. Which is that during the session of a parliamentary, the people, 7-member committee, which is the parliamentarians, 7 will be selected. And when they are selected, they will form, this committee when it's formed, will then vet the people who have been nominated by the executive committee in the presence of the other honorable members.
Okay.
So it can be done anytime. So since we don't have a committee, haven't had a parliamentary meeting yet, you can't have any meeting and appoint an EC. So we are hoping.
So you said you'll be meeting on the 25th of
Yeah,
this
the
month. So that means the third week criteria already. It's not going to be possible.
Yes.
Oh, but this is
Already.
week 1.
Yes, 25th is
It's week 2. That's next week.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's week 2.
So it's possible for it to be.
Yeah,
I mean, I know for last year it delayed.
It
was a
delayed.
delay.
Yeah.
So this year. So let's move on. Imagine, assuming we get an EC, then what happens next?
So when you get an EC, the EC together with his committee members. So the EC made up of the electoral commissioner, which is the chairperson. Then we have 2 deputies. Then we have 2 members from both campuses, making a 7-member committee. So then they have to bring a constitutional instrument, which from using CI. So they'll bring the CI to Parliament and they'll bring a roadmap. Then they'll open nominations. So that is the beginning of the whole electioneering process.
But explain to our viewers what the CI means, the constitution.
Okay, so in the constitution, there are qualifications that a student who wishes or who wants to be a candidate or want to have an executive position should meet.
Okay.
So the CI will contain that portion. Then also contain other things that the electoral commission wants the candidate or the aspirant, what they should have, the document that they should have, the other qualifications that they should bring along, then the roadmap. So everything will be together as a document. So anyone who comes for a nomination form will get a CI.
Okay.
So telling you that Mr. AB or Mrs. BC, if you want to be a candidate, 1, you have to fill this nomination form and submit it on that day. 10 people from each school are supposed to sign. So the requirements are in when the voting will be done and how you declare a winner. So based on in the constitution, it's more than 50%. So then, if a person does not get 50% to the first 2, so everything will be stated in the constitution how it's supposed to be done. And we also have resolutions which have been passed in Parliament, which are not in the constitution, but the CI should have that resolution also. So the constitution, resolutions passed in Parliament, and other requirements or criteria that the aspirant should meet, all will be documented in the CI. And that is what is given out.
So which means the CI varies because of what you've mentioned. It varies from every academic year, every year.
It varies, yes, it will vary, depending on what transpired the previous administration.
Okay, so picking up on that, nominations have been open. I know last year we had 5 candidates standing for presidency. Ghana, we had in the 2020 election, we had about 12 people standing. Is there a limit to the number of people that can stand in the constitution, or it's open to?
It's open.
To any.
So first you meet the qualification, 3.0, then the other qualification, if you meet them, why not?
Yeah, this year, dear.
It's my wish that we get at least 3 or 4 people contesting for each position. Yeah.
But it's like mostly the
For the
pressure is built up
SLC.
on the presidential as compared to
the other one.
the rest. So let's continue from the nominations. After nominations have opened, what follows next?
So when nominations are being opened, you get a document which you have to send round. You will sign yourself. So if it's the president has to get a column and fill for the vice. That if I'm supposed to be nominated, I want FY to be my vice. So the document, the name, the course, the hostel, you have to be attached to a particular hostel. So that will also be stated in it. Then you have to go around to each school. So we have to get 10 signatories from each school. And the signatories is such that if I sign for you as a president, I can't sign for my lady here as also president.
Okay.
In that case, when you bring the nomination, we have to go. The EC has to go through to find out that a student does not sign twice for the same position. Okay, so the nomination is given out. You go around. So you have to go to your school department for them to give you a note that you have good behavior. You don't have any misconduct, or you have not done anything that because there are qualifications. When you read the Article 38, Clause 2 of it, you should be someone who has not been. A committee has not been set and found that you had embezzled funds or misappropriate funds, or you have been taken out of position because you did something that is against a particular group, all this, so you have to go to a group of people for them to sign. So that is what the nomination form is. So then when you finish, you submit the nomination form based on the date. You can bring it before or on the date that you've been asked to submit. So that's what happens when you're giving the nomination form.
Okay. Right. So after nominations, then we have the
okay.
The vetting. Sorry, there's vetting before.
There's
There's vetting of the candidate.
Definitely. So the vetting, when you submit the document, so when you're submitting the nomination form, the CI also have requirements. So they tell you that when you're submitting it, add your transcript, add your CV.
Okay.
If you're president, add your policy document. So everything will be added. So we are submitting all these documents to them. So when they come, they now come to vet. They'll first go through the document. So yes, your requirement, your academic transcript. Is it the person who said he is? Is it signed? Is it authenticated? You have that one first. Then they go to your policy document. If everything is intact as you submitted, they check it. So then a date is set. But remember, the CI had a roadmap. So the date for the vetting is also on it. So then they have to gather the people and say, okay, the document has been submitted. The date scheduled for the vetting will come off. So then the vetting committee should get ready.
So after, I think usually the vetting is an open process where students can come and watch. Then after that we have the debate. Is it necessary? Like, is it mandated by the Constitution?
Okay, the Constitution
doesn't call for a debate.
But the constitutional instrument, which is the electoral commission, can decide that they will organize a debate.
Okay.
So that's why it varies. Somebody says, okay, because maybe we can't meet the requirement by opening it maybe on the third week. Maybe the issue is, oh, because we came on the second week, we can't get it on the third week. And if you try having a presidential debate, it might cause or delay. So they can decide to skip. But it's not a constitutional mandate. They can decide to have it or not. It's to accept it.
Okay. Then after that, that's when the voting comes and all the issue. I mean, that's what the main issue is.
Yes.
People have been talking time and again about the software used for voting. In last year's court issue, I think one of the cases was about the system of voting. Now, this is an opinion by people that why don't we use the ballot system rather than the e-software?
Okay. So let me do some mathematics.
Okay.
So a 7th week, if everything goes as planned, 7th week, right? So week 1 to week 3, Sonam students, level 400, will go for intrasem.
Okay.
Which is week 4 to week 6, level 300, will go for intrasem.
Okay.
Week 7 to week 10, level 200, will go for intrasem.
Wow.
So if you are doing the balloting, which is going to the post to go and vote, it means that all Sonam level 200 who will not be on campus or who have to go to work on that day will not vote. So let's add how many students are in PHN, how many students are in nursing, also from midwifery. Let's put them together. Those students won't vote. Not only that, we have some students who are also part of the school. They make up the 7,000. And some students will come when we are done with the academic year, which is September. They'll come somewhere September, August, September.
Yeah.
Those people are also not going to vote. And in the school, when they put it together, they almost have. So that means 50% plus the Sonam level 200, which if I put calculation about 10%, put it together, about 60% of the students have been disenfranchised.
Now that you've mentioned it, I'm wondering how the ballot system was working before.
We're using that system.
You're using the ballot system before.
Yeah.
So I mean, this issue of people going for intrasem has been there since the inception of
it's there since.
Yeah.
And we don't get the number.
Okay.
So people try their best to get people around to come and vote.
So that's why we started with this online.
Okay, the online, I think the online system came up because of the COVID.
Yeah, Corona.
Because we are home by that time.
When we were voting in 2019, we still voted online.
Yeah, online, yeah. That's 2020.
20, yeah, we voted.
That's
before COVID.
Yeah, but he's trying to say that it started when COVID came along.
Come on,
because we were
and police administration.
No, I think, but we voted for normal service. And for that one, I don't know, they brought PCs to the various hostels.
Yeah. But voting as in being in your room.
Okay,
yeah,
for that one.
Started from the COVID time.
COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if during the voting process, when you go to the website of software, it says it has been developed by the school's IT. But then during the court issue, people raise questions about the credibility of the software. What was the outcome of that case?
Okay, so they were able to prove that with any password or with a particular student ID, you can have access to the system. But it won't be your details. You can vote outright, choose anywhere you vote, but when you press send, as in to cast your vote, it won't go. So then, yes, you show the system that you could get entry, but they couldn't prove that getting entry is equal to casting your vote. So yes, they have to tighten or they have to do something better this time if you're going to use the software again. They have to do something better to restrict getting access into the online platform to vote. But they couldn't prove that they voted. So in that case, the vote that we had was actually people who used their credentials and voted.
So after we are done with the
So
voting,
after the voting, then
Okay, so after voting, if any student has anything that there's something that make the election invalid, he can within 48 hours write informal writing to the Chief Justice. And the Chief Justice have to consider whether his petition they have requirement that it meets.
Okay.
If yes, then they have to put an injunction on the election. But if not, then within 72 hours, the Electoral Commission should declare the results.
I think usually they declare it that very
Because now it's
online, so everything
online,
is
so
already.
you can get the results instantly.
But during the voting, all candidates, they are not aspiring by them. All candidates have to get a polling agent to be in the strong. Okay, that means there was a strong room to see how the voting is going on. So when it votes, you see that it changes. So for them to all observe it. Then after that, they have to agree and sign before the Electoral Commission can come and give us the provisional results. Then after 72 hours, if no one changes it, then it becomes the final.
But then it looks like this challenge, I mean, in the 48 hours is always happening.
A lot of stuff can happen.
Like,
I think last year there was a bit of a tension that broke out. People almost fought and all that.
Yeah, for that one, for me, when it comes to election, I'll be my room. Because
until the legal aspect comes.
Okay, I wasn't the legal advisor then. I was just the auditor.
Okay.
For the SRC. So for me, I'll just stay in my room, vote. Because I don't have any interest in whatever is going on. Until this person has won. Okay, he said he will do this and that. So then we watch him do it, and we try and correct him as he moves ahead. But I won't go there because that's not my work. But now being a legal auditor, legal advisor now, I have to be part of the vetting committee. That means I have to make sure that this time things go right.
Yeah, and I have a question. I don't know if so when is all this court thing going to end? Because can this court stuff still be going on whilst we have a new SRC president being inducted and everything? Because it has taken so long. Won't it affect the new people coming? Would it affect anything?
Okay, so from the constitution, it's a one academic year. For executive officer, it's one academic year. So if yes, the court goes on and we vote, and the court brings the verdict, the academic year is passed. All the 5 candidates.
Meaning it can actually go on till.
It can go on till, and it has gotten to a particular point where we don't have hand or control over it. So we can't say that. Okay, so since it's there, let's wait. The question is, let's wait till when? We have to also follow the constitution and do what is required of us. Okay.
All right. And final question: is management involved in the co-election process? Maybe a representative or something like? Do they observe it? Are they watching or?
Okay, in our constitution, there's no provision for management.
Wow.
So there's student base. That's why we have a constitution. We have our leaders. So, and we are leaders actually. We call ourselves future leaders. So I think we are present leaders currently, which we are thinking in future will be future leaders. But we have to man our own affairs. So the management have left everything in our hands. That's why even the court system It's the students. If not, then they bring some few members from management. If not, then they'll send it to management. So you can't just stand up and say that, okay, I have an issue with the courts, the election, so I'm going straight to management. They'll tell you to come back. Okay. So they believe that we have structures in place to take care of every issue that comes up from election and other issues. So they tell you to come down, come and settle it at your student level. We add 2 or 3 members as appeal board. If not, then we send to where you have the lawyers, and you have the school also have their lawyers. The school board made of lawyers and judges, people who have known or been into this judiciary work for a long time. So they'll take over.
Okay, I have one last question. So, can someone who has, say, at one academic year, you were the, say, WUCOM, can you be the next year? Can you go for the same position again?
Okay, so one requirement, Article 38, I think the clause 3 that was, if you have gone for one executive position, you can't go for it again, just once. So it doesn't matter you went for WUCOM, you won't go for treasurer, just once. So far as if, no, that's all.
So if you've gone for WUCOM, you can't go for treasurer?
You can't go for treasurer.
Except the parliament, because you mentioned you were auditor, then now you are...
Yes, for that one, I didn't go for an executive position, executive office. So.
Okay.
All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you. This has been an educative.
Yeah, he is the current legal advisor for the SRS. I don't know what your take on it. You can tell us in the comment section below. But you are still with Good Morning. You are still be right back. Welcome back to the show. You are still with Good Morning UHAS. We want to talk to you about a scholarship scheme that has been circulating on campus.
Okay, so the University of Health and Allied Sciences announces Dora Gertrude Quay Memorial Fund for brilliant but needy undergraduate female students, so for females. And all who are interested should contact the Office of Student Affairs main campus. So the sponsor for this scholarship scheme is Professor Margaret Japong. That's the Alvisi. So that's just about it. And for today's shout out session, we have very few. We have one from Emmanuel Enim, Medicine Level 500. It says, happy belated birthday to Berylin Ashley. And then shout outs to all the executives and members of the GDSA, which is the Ghana Dietetic Students Association. Love you guys. From Jemima, Dietetic class of 300, level 300, yes. So that's about it.
Okay, so that is how we end today's show. Good Morning UHAS. It's been nice having you back.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back in the show. It's been a long semester. So that is it from us and the rest of the team. We'll catch you next week, Saturday. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.